The 17th of July in Lesotho is a national holiday that marks the King's birthday. From traditional dances to a more contemporary approach, the young and old join the King in celebrating this day. But this is also a rare occasion where royal family gets to meet Basotho in a much more closer proximity. And the highlight of the day, the cutting of the cake, marking the 61st birthday of His Majesty.
We are saying take the lead, Our Majesty, and regroup Basotho, and then we turn back. We remember Morena Mosheshe.
To the diaspora, I would like to encourage them to be our ambassadors out there, to say why we are celebrating, and also celebrating in this important year of the 200 years.
This day attracts attention to both locals and visitors wishing to experience Basotho culture.
It was a great experience, very interesting to see the Basotho culture, to see the king and all these ceremony, very friendly people. I really enjoyed. It was my first time in Botha Bothe, and I think I will come again.
Everyone around each and every corner, Habelo, Papama, all surrounding villages here came in numbers, and we saw with the festivities here, mihobelo, mihibo, poetry. It was amazing.
Happy birthday, Your Majesty. Happy birthday to you.
I'm Rapelang Radebe for SABC News, Botha Bothe, Lesotho.
Well, Rapelang Radebe, SABC News Reporter, joins us now for more on the King's birthday. Rapelang, a very good evening to you. King Letsie III will be celebrating his milestone 61st birthday, coinciding with the country's 200 years of existence. Have the festivities started? What kind of celebrations are said to take place throughout this time?
Absolutely, Alicia. Good to see you once more. This has been a culmination. His birthday was just an icing on top. There has been much celebrations that have been going on throughout the whole year, because this year, as you said, is a significant one when it comes to the history of Basotho, celebrating 200, marking the 200 years as a nation existing, and the pride that Basotho displayed during the King's birthday. You can see that they are a kingdom indeed, and that can come out in numbers, attract visitors to come and show off their love for the king.
Rapelang, I mean, looking at the history of how the kingdom was actually founded back in 1815 with the birth of King Moshweshwe, how has his legacy then continued to influence Lesotho's national identity 200 years since the birth of the kingdom?
Indeed, Lesotho is a small, very proud kingdom. It prides itself that while other nations were incorporated into other countries, perhaps, Lesotho was able to maintain itself as a kingdom, as a country. And I think the advent of democracy also making the difference between an absolute monarchy, but they retain the constitutional monarchy, where the king really does not meddle in politics but allows for democracy to take place. Some are actually saying maybe the king needs to take a bit more control to see the progression, because they say politicians cannot be trusted sometimes. But I think his stature as a king in a constitutional monarchy is much more credible, and it is much more comfortable with that status. But Lesotho is going through the reforms, so a lot will probably be reconsidered, having considered that the 200 years, the current system may need a re-evaluation. SADC has been helping Lesotho to reevaluate itself and go through the national reforms, key national reforms, of which may influence the policy going forward.
Absolutely, Rapelang. I mean, we also know that his birthday is also a holiday in the mountainous kingdom. Let's talk about the significance of this historical practice and what it is that the Basotho are then expected to observe during this period.
It is, yeah. Most of the groupings, social groupings, have decided to embark on the trip that King Moshweshwe took from Botha Bothe, which is where the ceremonies were being held, all the way to Thaba Bosiu. It's about 4 days if you follow the proper route that they've been taking. So we saw the military last week. In March, we see groupings from Moshweshwe Walk, everybody trying to just retrace those footsteps that King Moshweshwe, as much as he was running away from a lot of conflicts that were taking place, but he found refuge at Thaba Bosiu. So a lot of Basotho have been trying to retrace those steps, at least to reclaim that glory, to understand as part of their identity. And we believe that all the way until October, the celebrities and the festivities will still be going on, and they are calling on Basotho across the board, those who identify as Basotho and friends of Basotho, to join them in accepting and understanding the identity of Basotho.
Look, let's talk about that. I know you've mentioned various celebrities are on that VIP list, but who else will be forming part of these festivities, Rapelang? Any international guests on that VIP list?
I'm awaiting some of this information needs confirmation, and I do not want to put my hand in that jar. But the upcoming event is Basotho recognize I will call it the Christmas of Basotho, but they consider August as the beginning of the year of Basotho. So as part of the 200, they want to go big on that, and there will be festivities in Thaba Bosiu. I really do not have authorization to start saying who will be coming there, lest I get into trouble. But there will be much more celebrations that will be coming. And I was talking to the Minister of Home Affairs, who was recognizing the role that SABC plays in promoting and accepting and understanding the message that needs to go to Basotho across the board, even those who don't hold Lesotho passport but identify as Basotho. And he said he wants to call them to come to the kingdom, at least this year, to come and have that feel, go to the mountain, come and associate, eat the food, and be part of Basotho where possible.
Rapelang, I certainly wish I could join you for part of these festivities. Thank you so much for your update. Please send me a blanket, the royal Basotho blanket, Rapelang. That is SABC News reporter there, Rapelang Radebe, on the Lesotho King Letsie III's birthday celebrations.